What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and here I want to show you uh, the European energy crunch. And here's a common statement that was proposed by 5 EU countries, including France and Spain, on the surging energy prices. Okay, they also ask, it says here, for a probe into the gas market and a perplexing comment about how to set power prices with reference to average rather than marginal production costs. Here they say price of gases and wholesale prices of electricity have dramatically increased in the last months. It is a considerable and increasing burden for households and our companies, with a particular interest impact on the most vulnerable and our small medium enterprises. And here they are suggesting the following approach: finding a common approach at the European level, and they need a policy toolkit to coordinate national responses to the dramatic price surges. Now, secondly, regarding gas, the functioning of the European gas market should be investigated to understand why current gas contracts have been insufficient. And it goes on to say otherwise. Third, we need to reform the wholesale electricity market. The electricity market has had many advantages. It secures energy supplies at all times, but it needs to be improved to better establish a link between the price paid by the customers and the average cost. And there's an important decarbonization that will increase the use of electricity in our economy. Oh my goodness, reading this just cracks me up. Fourth, we should focus on achieving energy independence by investing in the diversification of our energy supply and reduce dependency on gas exporting countries as fast as possible. Low carbon energies, for instance, biomass, wind, and solar energy, will play a key role. The ETS is essential to give an explicit price to carbon and trigger energy transition. Therefore, to give public and private stakeholders an opportunity to plan ahead and shift their investments to low carbon activities, we need to ensure a more predictable carbon price and avoid excessive volatility. Folks, I mean, look at this comment. No one, by Mark, down here. No one wants to admit the real reason why prices are surging. The world is going to use an enormous amount of oil, natural gas for decades. Be responsible. It's not wrong to say we need to support both fossil fuels and renewables as the world transitions. And folks, it's unbelievable how they're, acting like this is, something new and a surprise. But here is a perfect explanation to all that. And here Mark Moss comments, global energy shortages are man-made. They are policies from central planners and are causing more problems than just keeping the heat and lights on. Fertilizers, food processing, supply chains, and all are suffering. Okay? Here. And now, however you may feel about fracking, what I'm trying to point out is the policies here. Because you can transition to a green economy, but my argument is the scaling issue. And if you try to do it overnight, it's not going to work. And the energy consumption that people have and use is going to, through the green economy, it's not possible if you do it overnight. It has to transition at a moderate pace and taking into account everything. So this is not, I'm not here to discuss fracking. I'm here to show you the policies. Okay? Here, gas-dependent France has banned fracking. 2, Bulgaria, same thing, 2012. 3, Netherlands, 2015. 4, Germany, 2017. Ireland, same thing, 2017. UK, 2019. Spain, earlier this year, gas-dependent Spain joined other European nations in banning fracking for natural gas. All the European nations that ban fracking are still 100% dependent on natural gas to survive. In fact, they're even more dependent than they used to be because their use of intermittent solar and wind requires a unique flexible backup that natural gas can provide. Now, folks, everything that's happened, I'm not going to get into the rest of that, but I'm just showing you that all that and the fact that you still haven't scaled in a, according to the energy consumption that's needed, that, a green economy just can't provide instantaneously. You're still dependent on natural gas, on these fossil fuels. And everything here, like Mark Moss said, these energy shortages are man-made. And in this article over here, they're acting like, oh, we can't be paying these prices. And, they're perplexed as if, they wouldn't know that this would happen. So as you look at this energy crisis, I mean, it's been on foot since, probably a couple years through all these policies. And now there's consequences. You can't do it all of a sudden. So I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on this? I'm curious to see what your guys' opinion is on this. Let me know in the comment section below. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.